Kodesh HaKadoshim, b'maravai, she'aleha, on it, ha'aram munach. In other words, the aram didn't stand on the floor, but it stood on a stone. In front of it was Tzinseres Hamon, a bottle of mon, umata Aaron. Mata Aaron, when there was the Machlekes of Kairach, with Moshe, when Aaron wanted the Kahuna Gedagon, and finally they made up that there'll be a test. And the test will be that each one will put his stick in the Mishkan, and the ones that his stick will begin to grow is the simmer that he's the one that. So that's called the Mata Aaron. There were shkedim that were growing, almonds. Tzinseres Hamon is that the Eibishter said, the Eibishter gave the mon that was how the Yidden existed in the Midbar, and the Eibishter said that it should be a zikaron of Bnei Yisrael. They should take a jar of mon and they should keep it over there. Ubeis Shabona Shlomo Zabayis. In the time when Shlomo built the Beis HaMikdash, V'yada and he knew Shesefer L'Chorev, that the bayis will not be forever. Now, Pashut, how did he know that was that a nevuah? So it seems like it wasn't a nevuah, but he was told. Because the way, okay, let's first see over here. V'yada ninusha sefer l'chorev, bona boy mokem. He built in this Beis HaMikdash a place. Place means a tunnel. Rignes boy ha'aron l'mata. So in the bottom of this place that he built, like a shelter. They make shelters and people go into the shelter. So they built this tunnel. Lamata b'matmainias amuka, very very deep. V'akal koles and crooked. And Shlomo Melech built that. So here about a question. The din is that you can't make anything in the Beis HaMikdash, not unless it's according to the instruction that the Eibishter gave. Even there's the whole Gemara about the gezuster, about the binyan that they made in the for similar Beis HaSheva, for the woman, the Ezus Noshim, how were they allowed to do it? So the way it says over here is mashmat that Shlomo knew. So Chayim means he knew Beruach HaKodesh, and if he knew Beruach HaKodesh, so he prepared for it. But if the Eibishter didn't tell him, Taki saw Beruach HaKodesh, how was he allowed to build this mashal from the Rambam that this was a part of the binyan, that this was a part of the binyan of the Beis HaMikdash? How was he allowed to do it? So the Teretz said you have to say, the Rebbe says this, that you have to say that he was told by the Eibishter. He knew because he was told. Like he says, so I know so how do I know? Because I was told. So the same thing over here also. It's not that this was a Ruach HaKodesh, but he was told Taka. And B'mel Baldi was told, so B'mel he built a place to be able to store the honor. V'yashio HaMelech Tziva v'Gonzai. There was a king Yashio, who was a fine king, and in his time, the Yidden weren't in Golus yet, but he knew that it's coming, so he told the people v'Gonzu, and they hid it v'Makom Shabona Shlomo, in the place where Shlomo built. Shenema, there's a passage that says, V'Yema Lalviim Hamevinim L'Chol Yisrael Hakdashim Hashem. He said to the knowledgeable Leviim, Tnu Esarei HaKodesh, put the Aron Kodesh, B'bayis Ashabona Shlomo ben David Melech Yisrael, Einochem Masa Bekasa Ato. In other words, if normally when we're going to Chumash by the Mishkan, so they had to move from one place to the other. If all had to move from one place to the other, so the other one was made in such a way you're able to carry it. There was the rings and there was badim that went through it and they carried. But he said, "Einochem Masa Bekasa Ato." There's no longer a need to carry it on the shoulder. Ivdu as Hashem Elokechem, and so and he told them that they should store it away. V'gonza imay, together with this they also hid Mata Aaron, Vatsansanis, the Mata Aaron, which we spoke about before, that was next to the Aaron, and the Sanis Amon, the Shemen HaMishcha, and the Shemen HaMishcha, V'chol Elu Lechozu V'Bayis Sheni. And so this was in the Bayis Rishon, which stood for 400 years, and towards the end they hid all these things, and they didn't come back with Bayis Sheni. V'af Urim V'Tumim Shehayi V'Bayis Sheni, even though there wasn't Urim V'Tumim in the Beis HaMikdash, in the Bayis Sheni, it didn't work. It was there, but it didn't work. The Ravid over here asks a question that it wasn't altogether there. You see, Meshivan Amar Avram Urim V'Tum Baruch HaKodesh Shnei Dvarim Haim Minachamisha Shechosu B'Bayis Sheni. The Gemara said that there's 5 things that were missing in the Bayis Sheni, and the Rambam comes out over here that it was there, but there was no.
So he's saying that it didn't work. It didn't work.
The Rambam is saying that it wasn't there. It was there, but it didn't work.
So it's not worthless.
And the Ravid is asking, it wasn't there. So the Meister, the Kesef Mishnah explains over here that it depends how you the Gemara in Yuma says that there were 8 things, that there were 5 things that were missing in the Bayis Sheni, and they recognize 8 things. So some say that 3 of the 8 are considered 1. So in them Vencelis, do we count 3 as 1, or we don't count at all? We say because the Shaita Chamisha. And Vibald, the Aron, Vibald the Urim V'Tumim didn't answer, so they didn't ask it. As the Seder used to be that the Kohen wore the Urim V'Tumim on the Choshen, and the person would stand and ask, and then letters would light up, and that was an answer. But over here, they didn't ask anything, because they knew they're not going to get an answer. So what's the purpose of asking? Shenem Hashem Pasuk, Ad Amoid Kohen L'Urim V'Tumim, till there'll be a Kohen that will be able to operate the Urim V'Tumim. Now, so we say, according to the Rambam, that the Rambam holds that the Urim V'Tumim didn't serve any purpose. So we say, why did they make an Urim V'Tumim altogether? So he says, in order that the Kohen Gadol had the Shmona Begadim, and amongst the Shmona Begadim was the Chosh Mishpat, and in the Chosh Mishpat there was the Urim V'Tumim. It was like a folder, and in there was laying the Shem Hashem, and that would light up the on the Choshen, there were the letters of all the Shvatim, and there were also a set of Shiftei Yeshurim. So that would light up those letters, and that they had the answer. He's saying that the whole purpose that was there, that the Kohen shouldn't be Mechus Begodim. The Bayis Rishon, Haya Kaisel, Mabdul, Bein HaKodesh, Ubein HaKodesh HaKadoshim. Ovye Amma. You know, that's later. That's Amatraxim. That's what we're going to learn about now. In the Beis Hamikdash, he said, in the Bayis Rishon, there was a wall, and the wall was an Amma. An Amma is, let's say, 18 tvachim, whatever. I'm sorry, 6 tvachim. Let's say 18 inches. So there was a wall between the Kodesh and Kodesh HaKadoshim. V'kiven shabonu habayis sheni. Later, when Ezra came back with the Yidden from Golas and they built the second Beis Hamikdash, nistapek lahem, they were not sure im oive hakaisel hoye mimidas hakodesh or mimidas kodesh kadoshim. In other words, this was the wall. So does kodesh kadoshim end by the wall, or kodesh kadoshim is also like a part of the wall, is a part of kodesh kadoshim? Or does Kodesh end by the wall, or the thick of the wall was a part of a Kodesh Kodashim? You know, today when they build a house and they rent apartments, so they say they tell you it has a square foot so much and so much, and when you come in and you'll see the square foot is less. The statistic was they count the walls into the square feet. So the question is, to which side do we? Okay, you have to count the wall because it's a part of you. You need the wall, but to which side does the wall actually belong? So that was the suffix when they built the Kibin Shabonu Habayis by Sheni. Nistapek lahem, they had a suffix im oive hakaisel hoy mimidas hakodesh, oy mimidas kodesh kadoshim. Therefore, also, HaKadosh Kadoshim, Ovyai Eser. Esrim. They made the width of the Kadosh Kadoshim, they made it Esrim Amos Timimais. Gansa Esrim Amos. But also, HaKadosh, and the Kadosh was Aboim Amma Timimais. Entire 14 Amma. Ve'niach Amma Yisera, and they left an Amma, Bein HaKodesh or Bein HaKodesh HaKadoshim. There was one extra Amma in between that they didn't know where does this belong to. V'leibonu Kaisel b'bayis sheni. They didn't build a Kaisel in the second Beis Hamikdash, like in the first Beis Hamikdash. That should be thick an Amma. Also shnei paraychas. They made 2 curtains. Achas mitzad kodesh hakadoshim. One was inside, at the end of the kodesh kadoshim. But achas mitzad hakodesh. Ubeineim, and between them was Amma keneged oive hakodesh hoy berishin. Avav Mikdash Rishon loy hoysa sham Elo Parechas Achas Bovad, Shenem Vivdil Aparechas Luchem. There was a Parechas, and the Parechas was hanging someplace in the middle over there between the Kodesh and Kodesh Kodoshim, but they didn't have two. Incidentally, the Mishnah Malach, if you look on the bottom of the page over here, on the halacha we're going in the end of where he says, "Ve'af urim v'tum shohaye b'bayis sheni." See, he says over here, I am the common. Mehilchos Klei Hamigdash. You don't have the Klei Hamigdash in your Rambam, but Perik Yud Alocha Yud. Just want to tell you what he says over here. Over here it says, Osu B'Bayi Sheni Uri V'Tumim Kedei L'Hashchem Shmoyne V'Gadam V'Af V'Yishrahayu Nish'alim B'Hem ומפני מה לא היו נשאלים בהם, מפני שחייסו שם רוח הקודש. וכל כהן שאין מדבר ברוח הקודש, ואין שכינה שיירה עליו, אין נשאלים לו. So, okay. Now, let's stop with the next thing. It goes into the dimensions.
When the Seder, when they came from Golos, is they rely on those what was in Bais Rishon.
But they didn't have.
They should know the measurement.
They didn't have the Nevi'im with them.
I mean, actually, people what was in the, there's no canon left from Bais Rishon.
It was 70 years, right?
Yes.
So let's say a Kohen then was 20. So they had Kohanim, 90-year-old Kohanim. How many Kohanim had 90-year-old Kohanim?
How would they rely on the rest of the stuff?
Because they used first of all the Sefer Cheskel. Sefer Cheskel gave, and they figured out certain things. I don't know.